I think we covered everything. Let's get it. The name is Law Nation. Without hesitation or deviations to the matter, be sure to hit that like, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor, and everyone else know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the ice wall. Be sure to know that sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Share away. Cowboys uncertainty with coach to drive up drama going bad. Yeah. We talking about Mike. Yup. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Jerry Jones drunken party? Come on with it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on with it. Yup. Come on with it. The loyalty test. Boy, they testing our loyalty. The Jerry Jones party, come on with it, D-Ship. Break out the champagne bottles and the Hennessy, huh? Let's get it. Yeah. Come on with it.
Read it, run from it.
More.
Destiny arrives all the same. And now, what should I say?
Ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation's groove, though? What's good with you guys? Brought to you by Underdog. Appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. Appreciate you guys so much. All right, so with that being said, the loyalty test, man, I used to play this game with my nephew when he was younger. And he close your eyes or put a blindfold on, spin around, and fall back, and Uncle Law will get you. Yeah, I grab you every time. And I catch him before he fall. But now that he is 6'3.5" and way up north of 200 pounds, I can't say, hey, man, close your eyes, spin around, and I catch you, you know. he ain't going to do it, man. As you get older, you realize, man, you start to look at things and say, hey, man, I'm not finna do that. Man, when we was young, we used to do some crazy stuff, y'all. We used to get a ladder, climb up on top of the house. There's a trampoline. Jump off the house, the roof of the house, onto the trampoline, and don't give a dog where centrifugal force or inertia and all of those things. We don't give a dog where it's going to take us. We just do it. Land, hit your head, hit your knees, your elbows, and then we stopped after my cousin broke his foot. But, you know, we do those things, but we play around with danger. Now, the Cowboys, to make all of these stories shorter, the Cowboys playing around with danger. On one end, they are holding on to Mike McCarthy forever and ever, while other coaches and other teams are going through their processes of making sure that they cross all of their T's and dot their I's with their coaching staff, right? And once those good elite or good great or however you want to call it, the good coaches are all gone, we will have nothing left but big Mike McCarthy, Iron Mike McCarthy. And I don't think nobody's going to play a loyalty test with him. Come on, Mike, spin around, close your eyes, I catch you. Ain't nobody catching him. And on top of that, nobody is believing that Jerry Jones is willing to catch anything himself. So that's where we are at, ladies and gentlemen. We are in that shadowy place. And even if the options dry up, who is going to be talking about this? There have been reports, shout out to Mike Greenberg, but Greeny, that, Steve may be going to the Cowboys. And I got my guy Yellow Bees there. That's on me, baby. He said, hell no. Nah. Yeah, hell no. Nah. But I don't know. I think that there's a lot of people that say, man, just bring me back Mike McCarthy, because we saw that second and goal play from Sharkey, and that wasn't looking good, and we can only imagine what he would do on the national football level, but that's a whole nother conversation. So as time processes and as time goes on, the coaching pool gets slimmer and slimmer. I'm talking about Ice Spice Slim, right? And some people will say, yeah, give me Ice Spice, but not this one. Don't give me that one. Give me the old Ice Spice. But this new Ice Spice looking like a red Q-tip, right? So at the end of the day, it is getting slim. Let's talk about this, what been reported.
Cowboys expires on January 14th. And while there have been substantial conversations between Mike McCarthy and Cowboys owner Jerry Jones regarding football issues, there haven't been any substantial discussions between Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones regarding a future contract. And as long as that's the case, you have to wonder now, what is Jerry Jones waiting for? Clearly, no deal has been done by now. Jerry must have an idea in his mind, another plan as well.
Oh, Jerry don't have no other idea. He don't have no other plan. Come on, Adam. He don't have no other idea, no plan. He just shooting all of this from the salt in the shaker of the salt on the McGriddle hip. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing. He ain't got no other plans. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. No way. Raheem Harris, appreciate you, man. This is the real Law Nation Sports, Raheem. I know y'all get thrown all the way around on, dare I say, my Facebook. But, there's multiple laws on Facebook, but shout out to the AI. I got to replicate myself 1,000 times. I'm like Mr. Anderson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Matrix. I'm in the Matrix. Y'all get me up out of here. But what I'm saying is collectively, Jerry Jones don't have a plan. Yeah, it changes as the wind. Wherever that wind blows, that's Jerry's plan, whatever he feel like. And then he got co-signers, which would be Stephen Jones and Charlotte Jones and Jerry Jr. and some other dog that probably be there at the start. Nobody else can give him thoughts, though, of reasonings of how to do those things. Let's go.
About what he would do if and when Tuesday comes and Mike McCarthy is allowed to talk to other teams like the Chicago Bears that already have been requested permission to interview him and denied from the Dallas Cowboys. But the longer this goes on and the less conversation there is about a deal materializing for McCarthy, the more you have to wonder if the two sides are even going to get one done. I think that's in question right now at best, and I think we will get clarity early this week. But again, no business conversations so far. Jerry likes to wait late in the game. We saw that with Dak Prescott this year. We saw it with C.D. Lamb. But right now, it seems like Jerry must have some other ideas as well.
He ain't got no other ideas, man. Adam, let me just tell you that. He don't have no other ideas. He don't know. You fool around and you take Jerry Jones to one of them restaurants and they ask him, soup or salad? That will F him up. Yeah, if you ask Jerry Jones, soup or salad, I don't know. Soup or salad, Jerry? It will kill him. It will literally kill him. Yeah, if y'all want to get rid of Jerry, ask him, which one you want, soup or the salad? Yeah. Yeah, and then you give him, if he pick one, give him the fork for the soup and give him the spoon for the salad. It'll really mess him up. Yeah. Jerry, hurry your old ass up. This is from Angie. We got real football matters to handle. Yeah. Yeah. Put some salt on that salad. Yeah. Jerry gonna put some glory hole on that salad. Oh my God. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, man. That soup or salad, if you ask Jerry, wait a minute. Soup. I can get the soup? Gene, should I get the salad? So let me call a meeting because I need to know which one I take first. You know what I'm saying? And he will wonder why the salad is hot and why the soup is cold. It's because you took too long, Jerry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the reason why yeah. Riggs, why they giving me cold soup? Riggs, why they giving me hot salad? Yeah. Can you toss it?
Swallow them.
They'll mess it up. They'll mess them up, man, because at the end of the day, the reason why the soup or the salad was perfect when they asked you for it, but you took forever. Yeah, he took forever. $60 million quarterback, 3-5 reward for losing. Oh, Lord, come on, Dwight, don't beat us up too bad. Shout out to you, Sadiq. Says Dez, appreciate you. Jerry ain't eating healthy at all. Oh, my God. He ain't eating marijuana, huh? Oh my gosh. I don't know about you all, but I'm seeing everybody posting that damn Dez catch, no catch. I don't want to be reminded. Every time y'all ask me about that, all I can think about is this guy right here. He was on the tape. That was against us. He was the ops. And so no, I don't want to know. Every time I think of Mike McCarthy. Yeah. So I don't want to be reminded. I told everybody that day that Dez Bryant caught the football. It took the NFL 3.5 years to come back to us to say, yes, Dez caught it. We was right the first time. Come on with it, Yeah, so 10 years ago, Dez caught it. Yeah. Boy, y'all peeling back some wounds here, man. But before we go any further, man, appreciate everybody for being part of this beautiful episode brought to you by Underdog, whereas they are your number one fantasy groove, man. Be sure to check out Underdog. Download Underdog. Use the promo code LAW and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and claim your 50% deposit match. Now, if you hit big, just all I got one order of law on that. Just split it, man. Go and give me some. I ain't too proud to beg. And hit that like button for me. Share this content. Where we at with our like-o-meter. I need to know where we at. But neither here nor there. Football is very strange. Dove, I follow him. He follow me on this thing called the X app. He brings up some crazy topics. But what if I told you that Pat Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers this season got replica, and I mean just that replica stat lines for your mind. I can't make this stuff up. 581 attempts for Pat, 584 attempts for Aaron, 3,928 yards for Pat, 3,897, 26 even. Aaron got more touchdowns. They equaling both INTs, catchable targets right on the money, hero throws right on the money, turnover worthy plays, right on the money, close to each other. Ain't this crazy? It's a crazy world we are in right here. Or in other words, let me go to this part right here, what my guy say.
It's an evil world we live in.
Definitely an evil world that we live in. Shout out to you, Brandy. Dak fanboy. Shout out to you, Kennedy. He says he's a Dak fanboy. Salute to you. Pat Mahomes is a bad motherfucker. I got you. That's what he had on his wallet. I'm a bad motherfucker, But here's the fullness of the interviews, what I want to get at too.
Well, we'll start with New England, Greeny, and the Patriots interviewed Mike Vrabel on Thursday, Ben Johnson on Friday. Most people around the league believe that Vrabel remains the favorite for the Patriots job, but they're going to be working on this weekend, charting their next steps, figuring out what they could do. Vrabel obviously has a close relationship with the franchise. We'll see if anything there can materialize. Meanwhile, the former Seahawks coach Pete Carroll interviewed Thursday with the Chicago Bears and is expected to interview this week with the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm told he's going to be a candidate in Las Vegas, somebody to keep your eye on. Obviously, Chicago has interest. Pete Carroll would like to get back into coaching after being out of the game last year. We'll see if he finds a way to land a job. Meanwhile, Aaron Glenn been.
Before he go a little bit further in there, man, that itch to coach, man, had to be messing him up. So he's want to get back out there coaching. There's been reports also that, and I said this, I don't want to be the guy to say I'm right, Law, but Deion Sanders
Give me my theme music.
Said that he's very intrigued with coaching on the NFL level, especially if a team drafts his sons, right? So he's going to force a team to draft Shiloh because Shiloh is going to be more of a, what y'all got him as, a day 3 project, right? He's not a day 2, right? It'll be a reach for him to be a day 1. So y'all let me know where Shiloh is at. But Shador, some would argue that Shador is a day 2 prospect, and that's a whole nother conversation there. But I'm quite sure Shador will go in the first round, or if not, the top 10 picks. But Coach, prime time for your mind is very intrigued on coaching again, but this time it will be for the NFL. And I think that what he's trying to do is he's trying to wiggle his way out of Colorado. I'm going to say this once again before you guys put that butter knife down, or don't try to shank me. A father will go to the edge of the earth to protect his kids or his offsprings, and that's just how it goes. And I think that there was an interview with him. I know that there was an interview with him and Ice Cube, and Ice Cube gave him advice like, dude, homie, you only live once. Go where your kids are at, you know. Yeah, Shiloh will be more of a 5th rounder. Yeah. Shiloh can be one of those guys that, like a Bland type. He can literally, I can see him being like a Bland type, a DeRon Bland, whereas, you know, he goes into the right system, falls into the right situation, and he can make some plays, and he got some moxie to him. So I'm not saying that he's dog water or anything like that. I think Shiloh got some game, but not to the extent. And no offense, Prime, and no offense, Sanders. I know some of y'all follow, but I just think that he's not there for day 1. And if we can look into the mirror, you know, come on, he ain't there for day 2.
Very busy. Thursday night with your Jets, yesterday with the Saints and Raiders, and he's spending today meeting with the Jacksonville Jaguars and Chicago Bears in virtual head coach interviews. That means the only one he has an interview with is the Patriots. It certainly looks like Aaron Glenn is going to come out of this cycle with a head coaching job. Meanwhile,
and this is what they talk about, Jerry Jones and them. All right, so this is the second and goal play. Bob Sturm, he absolutely got it, and I should have jumped up and gave you guys a bigger play. This was the play from last night. If you guys saw the game, Texas versus OU. Shout out to Big Game James. I know he was like in the middle because he lives up there in Ohio, but Longhorns is his team. But him and a few other cats have been telling me, Law, Travion Henderson, he's the one. Even the Judkins kid, you know, he's pretty solid as well. But they got some people that's on this Ohio State team that can change some things around. Neither here nor there. Longhorns, I think that the game would have been more competitive if they put the Manning kid in there. But when you look at this play, the cardinal saying of this play is don't bring more to the party, right? Fellas, if you're going to, if you're going to the party, it's good for you to bring your home girl, But if they already said it's a sausage fest and all of this stuff, and you got your homeboys trying to go to it, don't bring more people, you know. You can bring a Swedes through, you can bring your homegirl, but not the fellas. Because it's too many at the club, too many at the party, too many at the social gathering. And as you look at this play, as they rotate, they bring extra bodies to that side. Look, the play itself was to be doomed. You know, you bring an extra body. That's a terrible play design. And for the life of me, you brought the extra body, the numbers don't match up, and now you get hit in the backfield. Now, my thing is, that's on a collegiate level. When you get to the pros, ladies and gentlemen, look, the reason why I like the Harbaugh, what's the Harbaugh that's in Chargers land? What's his name? Yeah. What's the Harbaugh name in Chargers land? Is it John or Jim? I keep forgetting his name. He would never, you know, it's all when you get into the goal line, it's all. We're going to penetrate. We're going to try to get inside, and we're going to score. That's what the name of the game. We're going to play some hard-nosed football, battered and bruised, you know, and we're going to try to get the score. We might play action here, but we're going to the tight end. And if we're going to get any finesse looks, I'm going to try to throw a fade ball so either the outer boundary can catch it or my target. That's about it. Jim Harbaugh, okay. I think we missed out on that gravy train. If you wanted somebody to be of that kind of caliber of just when you get to the red zone, you don't have to put too much makeup on. You know, a little eyeshadow here, you know, a little eyelash arch or whatever, arching of the eyebrows, but don't get crazy. Don't cut them all off and draw some new ones on. You know, you don't have to do much, ladies, just a little bit. When you put too much makeup on, you become the clown, right? A little eyeshadow don't hurt. A little blush if you need it, you know, don't hurt, but not too much. And that's what my guy does over there. And you will see, I think they play later on today. Do they play later on today? Chargers versus, 3:30, Chargers versus Texans. They're not going to get ultra cute when they get inside the red zone. They're going to try to penetrate and score. All right, and then you got the Steelers-Ravens. Okay, that's going to be a unique game there. Yeah, so with that being said, here's another thing. I did a video just the other day, and it was me talking about Mykel Williams, and a lot of people beat me up for it. And you guys are so messy. Y'all try to tag Vach and you try to tag Brian Broaddus in. But if I got stones, I'm going to sit on mine. You know what I'm saying? I got two eyes just like they got two eyes. And if I see something that I like out of a player or a situation, I'm going to go with it, right? I'm not finna fold up like a wallet or a lawn chair. I like what I see, and I get it. There will be others that like other things, and they have every right to. But the draft collectively is a crap shot. You know, Angie says the rebel chick, and she says, Law, I like to look like a clown. Oh, Lord.
What more do you want from me?
But, baby, if it don't be mad on the first date, let's go for a swim, you know. Let's go dipping, you know. But look, no offense to a woman that wear a lot of makeup, but you know, I'm just saying, too much can hurt your natural beauty. You know, you can't outdo what God did, right? So if your eyes supposed to be brown, let them be brown. They don't supposed to be purple one day, blue the next day, and honey blonde the third week, you know. So I'm just saying, you know, I'm just putting that out there, you know. Clown makeup is too cute. Lord. Yeah. Damn. Well, let me, nobody that wear a lot of makeup should be offended. I'm just my thoughts. It's just an opinion. It could be a strong one or it could be a weak one. But neither here nor there. Let's go for a swim. Jeez. Yeah. That's why when people get them damn veneers, everybody got the same set of teeth now, you know, and all of the people that make veneers, they too damn big. Why everybody want the same smile? A little gap here and there ain't bad, you know. Let me know, you know, some of the fellas, boy, y'all see a woman with that gap, that make you go wow, you know, don't they? You know, but if everybody have the same mouth, it don't look the same, right? So don't cover up your gap. Just take your natural beauty. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to leave the subject matter alone. So leave me alone, y'all. Shit. Yeah, these BBLs got people crazy now, in the veneers. But this is what I said about, to be fair, I like Abdul Carter, and I said that, but my number one edge rusher in this game is Mykel Williams. Now, my opinion can change once I get more information. But, you guys don't have to tag Brian Broaddus and Vach Lombardi into all of this. You know what I'm saying? And say, no, they would disagree. Law, you're wrong. Let the draft experts be the draft expert, and you do you, whatever, it may be. But what I'm saying is when you're 6'5", 265, and you get a Abdul Carter who's like 6 foot 1, 2, 3-ish, right at 245, that's the difference of weight. And what I'm saying is traditionally, you would like to go with a Mykel. And I think that Mykel got some skill set that can be polished and be good. Remember, none of these guys are finished products, and it's very heavily predicated upon which team they go to, too. But I need to say this, though. I don't want you guys to be penciled into a corner when you talking draft. Trust your tape, trust your evaluation, listen in to other folks and trust their word, but then also be a person that can stand on your own too. That's all I'm saying. And those are my boys, and there ain't gonna ever be no hate between those things. But I got my guy who does a great job, JC Network. He tagged me in some of these posts, and he wanted to relate some of the thought tracks of what these guys can do, and I do like that, by the way. So this is Mykel, and this is him showing his strike move, and I think JC Cowboy Network does a great job, not a good job, a great job of film analysis, evaluations, processing. So I do like his thought track of Mykel. Yeah, so if you see right here, you got his inside, he bull rush, knocks the man, got him floating back or what have you, and that first initial punch is everything. Driving back, I want them to move it. Yeah, and then he's able to scrape and get to the quarterback here to get this tackle or sack, this depending on where they at. And then he goes a little bit further into details of, he says, Mykel Williams versus Kevin Banks Jr. Some of the people that want Kevin Banks for the silver and blue. He's saying that basically, hey, this is a good prospect. Not saying that Mykel is going to win everything against Kevin, because we're talking about 60 to 65 snaps, and he's able to bend, get around, use his frame to get to the quarterback. And I like that, to throw the unorthodox throw there. Look, when you go into these particular corners, right? And I know you probably have to zoom in real quickly, but check out JC Cowboys Network a YouTube page for the full analysis of Mykel. And what I'm saying is basically Kevin Banks is one of the top tackles who they're going to try to convert to play guard in this draft. And what I'm saying is you can work on some of the potentials, some of the things that you can't just pull up out of a hat. You can't just find 6'5" on the floor. You can't find framework on the floor, 6'5", 265, 270. You can't find it on the floor, right? So I'm not making a preaching emblem of me trying to tell you guys, hey, man, with the 12th pick, the Cowboys should go with Mykel Williams. No, I'm not saying that at all, so don't get it twisted. But what I'm saying is just make sure that you're doing the proper evaluation of it all. All right, so in the final news of this capture here, appreciate everybody for jumping in. The Raiders is reporting that they are really strong favors of Ben Johnson. Let's listen to my guy, Jordan Shorts.
About Ben Johnson. He's going to have lots of interviews. Are there a couple of teams that are in the lead on Ben?
I look at Ben Johnson like the #1 draft pick, almost like when you get a franchise quarterback. Ben Johnson is your bona fide head coach for the next decade plus. That's how he's being viewed at, with all due respect to Mike Vrabel, who's also scorching hot. But Ben Johnson, he is the guy right now. And I think He interviewed with the Patriots today. I reported he has 4 interviews this weekend, including Jacksonville, Chicago, and the Raiders. That was the one that I think surprised some people. But he is someone that is going to be selective, but also has so much juice right now that he really does have his pick of the litter. New England's really interesting for a lot of reasons. I know you talk about stable ownership. They have that. They also have a quarterback in Drake May, and that's why someone like Vrabel or Ben Johnson makes a lot of sense, because you can really build around him.
We'll talk about
No doubt. So with that being said, remember this. Other teams are busy trying to help their team win. The Cowboys are busy trying to get these headlines and these tickets, well, not tickets, but headlines going, those clickets, and that is a poor philosophy from the Joneses, because this philosophy is a dated one. We can see it, because if you really want Mike McCarthy, you would have made a strong announcement like what the Giants did with Brian Daboll on Black Monday. They said, this is our guy. We want him. We're going to go get him. And, we're going to keep him. And they don't have to worry about dealing with, will he be here? Will he not? Will we entertain outside news? Will we entertain outside noise? And every day they continue to do the same thing. Next 30 for 30, Joy goes wild in New York. Yeah, damn, Joy Taylor. Yeah, if anybody happy about the Joy Taylor news is, like I said, Travis Hunter. Chris 214, we are the Dallas Corporation Cowboys. Yeah, we are. And those are things that we've been having issues with, far as the Cowboys being considered a America's team. But there's nothing number one about us as it relates to playing in the postseason and Super Bowl. All right, 4 playoff wins since 1996 is terrible, man. For 30 years or 1995. So let's do this one more time. Let's do another mock. I'm gonna go 3 rounds with you guys, and then we're gonna go super fast. And let's see what they say right here, man. Because at the end of the day, let's see what we got.
Tell them run it on. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex, I'm down now. Check. No drip.
Come on with it.
Tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck.
And I'm telling y'all once again.
I wake up. Flex, I'm down now. Check. No drip. This. Tell them run it on. No sleep, no rest.
So once again, I don't know what's going on with this draft platform, but they got Abdul Carter still there and Will Campbell. And then they have Ashton Genty, and then they have Michael Williams, Malachi Starks, and they have Jalen Walker and Nick. All right, so I'm going to tell y'all once again, man, if I'm going BPA, according to this system, I'm going Abdul Carter. But if not, it's got to be a situation, a scenario that you got to look at Will Campbell. But for the sake of uncontinuity, I'm going to go with Ashton Genty at this point. Yeah, so with the 12th pick, we going with Ashton Genty. Come on with it. They gave me an A+ for it. Come on with it. Appreciate y'all. With the 44th pick, let's see who we got available. Now, they have Trey Harris, they have Marion, and I'm going with Jahad Campbell. That will be my go-to right there. I like Barron. I think that he's going to be a good DB. We need DBs, by the way. I'm going with Jahad. I like to solidify my front 7, and we got one of the poorest linebacker rooms in the National Football League because Eric Kendricks, he may not come back. On top of that, you have Mears Learfowl, who's going to go into his 2nd year, and we are being razor blade thin at that spot. So I'm going with Jihad and them, so.
What's your point? What's your point? Okay, so what?
And let's get it, let's one more time. Let's keep running this thing all the way up, man. All right, with the 76 pick, I got Jordan Birch, and then I got this Omar. I might go with Lott, though, interior defensive guy. Let me see where I big. Yeah, he's the best on the board. Barron is nice. Yeah. But that kid, Emeka and all them, boy, they got him last night. All right, let's go with Tennessee. We got Tennessee. I think we're gonna go with big boy right here. Come on, we need it. Where we at? Come on with it, baby. Y'all, I don't know where they're gonna grade me on this one though. Where my button at? Where my draft chime for your mind, baby?
I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
A+, baby. Come on. Boy, I got a better grade than I had yesterday. Yeah. Come on with it. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. No wide receivers at this point, yeah. The Cowboys, believe it or not, they might not draft a wide receiver on day 1 nor day 2. I know somebody. They are very high on Jalen Tolbert. Extremely high on Jalen Tolbert. They like their guys. Mingo is one of their guys, and Ryan Flournoy. I'm telling y'all, the best thing that the Cowboys might do before this draft, if Michael Parsons can convince this particular team to go in free agency to get a wide receiver. And I'm being 1 million with y'all. It's for what it is, man. And I don't want you guys to be looking at this, be like, hey, man, I can't stand you long. What about this guy? What about? Remember, we drafted Tristan Hill over, dare I say, DK Metcalf. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to understand the flow of the Cowboys on how they look at things. We can see from our eyes, hey, this wide receiver, man, will be able to take us over the top. Didn't you guys know that this particular team could have looked like that with a Michael Gallup, with a Amari Cooper and DK Metcalf? They said, nah, we got our wide receivers already. We like our guys. Yeah, so, and they drafted the interior guy, Tristan Hill. The funniest part about that, and I'm not beating him up, but he got benched while he was in college, man, and we drafted him. So it's just how it goes. Unfortunately, we drafted tacos over TJs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I'm putting that out there, ladies and gentlemen. When the Cowboys' mind is made up, it's made all the way up. So Tolbert ain't it. Angie. How can I put this? Who's the receiver with the leading touchdowns this season? This season, which wide receiver got the most touchdowns? You know how the Cowboys do, and that's their guy playing with a broken finger and all of this stuff. So that's just how that goes. With that being said, let's make it quick right here. I got a few people that's on the phone lines. By the way, want to be able to showcase a few things here. Give me 1 second here. Before we go onto the phone lines. And if this happened to you, if you out and about at a spot and you got these people that act crazy, and this could happen, let's say you own a restaurant and these ladies right here is beating up and throwing the stuff around because these three ladies was arrested for destroying a restaurant after being told that it will be an extra $1.75 for dipping sauce. Now the sauce could be really good, but they wanted to charge $1.75 for those sauces there. So Chris 214 says no Luther Vandross, baby. That's a burden. Yeah. There's none. It's a very slim chance. It's a slim cocaine chance. It's a Ice Spice chance that we gonna get a wide receiver in the first or the second round. But hey, if this happened to you and you own the restaurant and they mad, they throwing sauces and stuff, man. I don't know why they throwing sauces. They throwing stuff because they couldn't get the sauce. And try to tell these idiots that you going to jail for $1.75. Y'all know who to call, and especially if they mess up your restaurant. Yeah. And if you get hurt while you're on the job, that sauce had to be really good. This culture, baby, is crazy. Why she gonna start twerking on the damn thing? Yeah, this society, yeah, they going to jail for a long time. That sauce had to be that sauce must be finger licking good for these ladies to risk their lives and throwing everything and they not even looting. They throwing the sauce. Now, if this all happened under your watch and you working and you just trying to make an earnest living, hey, these companies got this right here.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214-817 and all of the threes you can dial. And hopefully, if you have a restaurant
Call my phone, hit my
and you charging $1.75 for sauce, right? And the customer get mad and they jump the counter and they hit one of your employees. Employees, I hope you got good insurance. If not, call Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers. Yeah, come on with it. Let's get it. Mad respect to the owner. Come on with it. Let's get it. Call my number, 657-390-7391. That's the hotline for your mind. And let me know if you fool around, call in, and you one of those people that hop the counter. Let me know why. What were you thinking? From the 781, you're live on the Nation. Jimmy, the Greek, you're live. Talk to me.
What up, my brother?
Not much, man.
How you doing, man? Long time no talk. Happy New Year, and I just want to talk a little bit about the draft here.
Go ahead.
Now, I got a little scenario here.
Mm-hmm.
What if at number 12 we have available Abdul Carter and Ashton Genty? Who would you go for?
Me personally, God, dog, boy, I had that scenario yesterday.
Imagine that. That'd be sweet.
It could flat out happen, man. Nobody predicted CD Lamb to be there still at 17, and really felt that he would be there, right?
Exactly.
Hey. All right, so I like what Ashton Genty brings to the table. I like what Abdul Carter can bring to the table. I have to let my biasness get into the mix because I'm team defense. I know I know defense win championships. We need explosiveness, but I'm quite sure that in this class of running backs that we may can find a running back that could be serviceable enough down the stretch, man. So, and I saw what Travion Henderson was able to do. I'm looking at Amarion Hampton. I'm looking at so many other running backs, but there's not that many Abdul Carter. So I'm going with Abdul Carter.
You know what? I agree with you 100%. If Abdul or Gentry's available, I'm going Abdul Carter, and I'm going to take my chance and grab another good quality running back in the second or third round.
Most certainly, man. I'll definitely. You and I on the same plan. And I know people get mad. They're probably throwing stuff at me right now, like them ladies were over the sauce. So, but hey, I'm going with Abdul Carter, man, and I'll figure out the rest down the line. Appreciate you for calling in.
You got it, man.
Yes, indeed. That's Jimmy the Greek, man. He put me in the blender, man. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be hard. That's a hard decision. I'm glad I don't have to make it. Now, granted, I look back at that other pick from yesterday, and if it was Tet, Abdul Carter, and Genty, I'm going with Tet. I just went back and watched some more films and clips. Maybe a Trey Harris can do similar things to Tet, but he ain't Tet. I like Tet's soft hands. Yeah, I like the way he greet the ball, and it's unique at 6'4.5", 6'5", to have those soft hands to be able to greet the ball, catch the ball in traffic, keep perfect body control. So it's a difficult situation. It's very difficult, and I'll go with the same philosophy. I can't find another Tet. It'll be some that's similar. Right, but it won't be the same. Like similar, DK Metcalf is similar to Megatron, but he ain't no damn Megatron. Y'all get what I'm saying? And now Megatron, he can smoke weed. You know, while he was playing, you know, he had to sneak and smoke it. And put it like this: if Megatron played for the Cowboys, he wouldn't have a Megatron career, because he would have been busted. But by him playing for the Lions, you know, he could roll one here and there. So this is how it goes. And I could be 1,000% wrong. If I am, I'll come back and let y'all know that Law Nation was wrong. That boy Chris from the 214, you live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me.
What's up, Law? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well, man. What you got?
Man, it's no way that we can go inside this draft without drafting another dog opposite of CD Lamb. At least a person that's better than Tolbert.
Yeah.
Like, is this what we about to do again? If you're not going to draft somebody, get somebody in free agency. But we need a wide receiver opposite of CD Lamb.
Say it with me, James Washington. Say it with me. Come on now. That's what they gonna do in this free agency. They gonna bring back Odell Beckham. They gonna bring Odell Beckham to the mix. Have him on a damn tour. But keep going, bro.
But yeah, man, it's like, dude, like, okay. Now, I do want a running back.
Facts.
But at some point, we're going to have to throw the ball. And I don't want to be – I want to have a team – well, I want to root for a team that could beat you in multiple ways.
Facts.
Like the Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
They can run the ball.
Right.
But they got dogs out there, too.
Right.
Who can catch and get open. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be one-dimensional. So, yeah, we definitely got to get a wide receiver, man. So.
We definitely got to, but, man, for what I heard, man, you know, and I could be hard of hearing, you know. I hope I am. But they may not go with a wide receiver day one, unless it is a Tet. Jeez. But it is what it is, bro.
Yeah, but you know me, Law, that's all I got, man. I don't want to hold you too long.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, fam. Thanks for calling in. That boy Chris, man, from the 214. And if you're not doing anything tonight, we will be having that boy Chris. If you're still in the Dallas area, we will be having a birthday bash for Uncle, the Hall of Fame legend, Drew Pearson. It will be today at 8:30. And don't meet us there, beat us there. So I'll recommend you guys to start filling up around 8 o'clock. We got some heavy hitters, man, that will be in the mix. We will have Tony Dorsett in the building, Ed Too Tall, absolutely. We will have, of course, the playmaker Michael Irvin in the building, and a few other people that committed to being there. We have Mr. Cowboy in the building. If you know who he is, put his name down in the chat. So they are already reserved tables and stuff like that. But come on out to the Playmakers tonight at 8:30. Don't meet us there, beat us there. And we're going to have a blast. Shout out to Faza Nation. He's the one that's going to be putting on a concert there as well. So we'll be having live music. It's more like a neo soul type of groove as far as the music. So come on, cut a rug with us, man. Let me see y'all on your ones and twos tonight. Come on with it. And let's have a great time at the Playmakers and enjoy the food. Is delicious, man. Don't get none of that sauce on your fingers, man. You put around, bite your whole finger off, and don't be sitting there being like them ladies if you don't get the sauce and start throwing stuff. Because I heard some of these football players like Eugene Lockhart that's going to be there still got a little tackle in them, so you be careful. I got B Bird from the 409. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's say, Law? Appreciate the show on Saturday, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Hey, so Law, I'm not a draft guy. I keep up with it, but not like some people are really into it, and I appreciate that because I get the information from them. But what I don't like, man, is draft doctrine as though, one of them would be, hey, never take a running back in the first round.
Right.
I don't like that because you don't know the situation of the team. Also, it doesn't make room for exceptional players. Like it says basically that all running backs are the same. And you have exceptional players at positions that you say, no, this guy here, this guy here is like, he's going to be the best linebacker out of the last 10 years. So you don't take him first round because he's a linebacker. So I just think that, and I think that the Joneses actually have trouble spotting exceptional talent because they think that, okay, we're just going to stay where we are. When if they ever said like, hey, no, man, we need to move up because we really want this guy. Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen that done before, not recently for the Cowboys. So I don't. Let me give you an example. So going into the 2016 year, you had Romo, you had a great offensive line, and then you had Zeke. Now, a lot of people say, in retrospect, you took Ramsey. I don't believe that. I think that Zeke was excellent for what you was getting. You had a seasoned quarterback.
Right.
You had a great offensive line. So you need somebody to exploit that, and that would be an exceptional running back. So it just so happened Romo got hurt, which threw the whole plan off, right? Now you got a rookie quarterback in there, and it kind of throws everything off. But that's the draft pick. And I always say this, man, if I can get Pro Bowl level running back, Pro Bowl level production from a rookie running back for 5 years,
right?
You can't tell me that was a bad draft pick.
No.
That's a great draft pick. And so I don't understand that. I want to see what you thought about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Zeke contract or Zeke draft pick wasn't for Dak. Zeke wasn't for Dak; it was for Romo, and they was trying to get back to the 2014 look, and
correct.
And they saw what happened the last year, 2015. If we had a half of a quarterback, outside of Matt Castle, and I guess I forgot this other guy that was already old. What was his name was that Jerry tried to pump up. His name tip of my tongue, Brandon Weeden or something like that.
Yeah, that's Brandon.
Yeah. Brandon Weeden and Matt Castle and Kellen Moore. So they was looking back at everything and they said, man, if we had a quarterback, with this run game and everything, defense was finally top 6, believe it or not. So that's why they drafted a Ezekiel Elliott, because he would have been a younger version of all of that they saw. But it was for Tony, but Tony went down, and the Dak and Zeke era started. I think that the Cowboys did a great job of drafting Zeke. I think that they did a horrible job of renewing Zeke early, right? Because he stepped in front of the plate before his time was due. And then you drafted Tony Pollard, which Rocky Arsenal has documented that he didn't like the Zeke who thing because Tony was shining. So then they had no capability like what we seen off of Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson would have worked that ability with Tony, Zeke, and Dak. That would have been a great situation. But what they did was they put Tony on the shelf, right, and only used it. There have been many of games where he only had 1 or 2 touches. That's fresh Tony, you know. So it's how crazy how all of that kind of materialized.
Let me ask you a question about Mike. And I don't know if I didn't catch all. I haven't caught all your show.
Right.
But suppose Mike McCarthy, because of what they did as far as not allowing him to go talk to Chicago, and they get into the contract negotiation with the Cowboys,
right?
And it doesn't go well. I think there's another option for Mike, and that would be just to sit out a year. Like if you go through the coaching cycle and everybody's picking up, everybody's getting hiring their coaches,
right?
Because Mike's, out. If I was Mike, if the Joneses come back with a disrespectful offer and they're not moving off of it because they think I don't have anywhere else to go, I would sit out a year. I don't know.
You talking about Mike McCarthy sit out a year?
Yeah, Mike McCarthy. Yeah.
No, he wouldn't have the, if you sit out, then it's like, if you sit out a year, it's like equivalent of him missing 3 or 4 years. The NFL is rapidly growing, and it's too fast for him to keep up.
Should he take a bad deal for them Cowboys?
No, I think that if he's worth any grain of salt, then there should be someone. There should be someone to say, hey, I'll wait for him. I'll wait for him to be released on January the 14th, right? If they really want him, the Jets, no decision is made right now. The one thing is that the loyalty test is right now is Mike McCarthy is still being loyal to Jerry, and Jerry still being loyal to Mike McCarthy. So once the 14th hit, will Mike McCarthy dance with other suitors, And that's something that we all waiting for. Or will Jerry Jones go ahead and give him a contract? But if he's any good, there will be somebody in line waiting.
And then my last thing would be, I was looking at Zadarius Smith.
Right.
Remember that trade the Lions made this year for him?
Facts, yep.
So what that was for is because Hutchinson was out, correct?
Correct.
They lost him for the year, and they needed a pass rusher. So they're like any organization that's in, competitive, that's have Super Bowl aspirations. They didn't want that to sink their team. But what ends up happening, I think, is next year you'll have Hutchinson on one side and Zadarius Smith on the other side. That's what happens when you go and get a guy like that. For a situation like this,
right.
That means next year you still have that guy, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I don't think it could be a 1-year contract. I don't know. I haven't looked at the contract, but hey, it's a Darius. He's looking at this grinning because he's on a team that's, a contender. You know, so that's a good thing for him. Yeah.
Hey, love, man. I took up enough of your time, man. I appreciate you, man, and continue to listen. Okay.
No doubt, man. It's B Bird from the 409. Yeah, that was a great pickup by the Lions. That's what teams supposed to do. And what we did the inverse. Sam Williams went down. They said, hey, next man up. Let's let this rookie get majority of his snaps. And then even the rookie went down, Marshawn Nealon, and, let's see what Carl Lawson can do. Maybe, he'll be in football shape. And we picked him up off the streets. Now, it took him a minute. I think on the back end of the schedule, Carl Lawson showed up really, really, really big for us. But, we move slowly because there's no sense of urgency here. But great teams, they figure out ways to keep everything in flow while the season is in process. That's what you call proactive versus retroactive. And I give you guys this example all the time. Would you rather buy the umbrella before it rain or while it's raining? Proactively speaking, you want to already have the umbrella available. From the 903, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Frenkel Firm. Lady Jessica, talk to us.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Happy New Year's, and everybody. Hey, we need a coach that had that eye like Jimmy Johnson to pick that team to get what we need.
Facts.
Like when he did what he did with Herschel Walker and all those guys. Jason Garrett was the one that picked those boys because he was one of those Jimmy Johnson boys who had an eye that was taught how to pick players that you need or what you need for your team. And the thing about it is, we ain't got them eyes like that. We got the people that want to be to say, I want to be the spotlight, instead of doing what he need for his team. that he owns, which is the one and only Mr. Jerry Jones and Mr. Ego Jerry Jones, Stevenson Jones, the son.
Right.
If they're not gonna pick what we need, what we can cry all we want to, and we can say what we need for this team. But if those people don't go out there and get what we need for this team, that's on them. Because you already know, we can say what we want, we can say what we need. Like I said, we need another Michael Parsons, and we need another person like Tank. If they don't Tank, we need somebody out there to get on defense that's a dog. Not only that, we need some good linemen to protect our quarterback so we don't lose him when we need him most. Because ain't no quarterback like Dak. You can holler about this and that, and they do a little something. But hey, without Dak, this team is not going far. And we need to keep our quarterback healthy and strong and protect him like we need him protected so he can do what he needs to do. And not only that, we need receivers out there that's going to pay attention to this man and not be out there acting like little bitty boys throwing a temper tantrum in the middle of a game. But anyway, guys, y'all have a great day.
No doubt. Let me hear you say it, Lady Jessica.
PVO, how about them Cowboys?
How about them? That's Lady Jessica from the 903. I have next the 254 D shift and then the 206 from the 254. You're live on the floor of Frenkel and Frenkel Law Firm. Talk to me.
Hello, Nation.
What's good, my dog, my homie? What's good with you?
Good.
That's great.
Let me turn the TV down.
No doubt. Yeah, the echoes of the law here live on the Nation.
Okay, listen.
Go ahead with me.
I got a couple of questions.
Okay. Go ahead with him.
I heard Michael Parsons might be going to another team. Is that the correct news?
Nope, he's still under contract. He's gonna be here, and he's willing to take less money.
And what are we gonna do about CD Lamb shoulder?
I think that he don't need surgery. I think that it can naturally heal. I believe that they are reporting just need to rest, and he should be here for the start of opening training camp and beyond.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to catch you for a couple weeks now.
Hey man, I'm it now, so you got me. Yeah, John, I appreciate you, man. It's always a pleasure talking and listening to your outputs and thoughts on this particular team. You're an all-star, John.
Hey, all nation. I am get to a cool Dallas Cowboy jacket from the Cowboys pork chop.
Man,
I got to to take a picture of it and send it to you. How will I go to do that?
Yeah, just send it to LAWS Nation, or go to my website and send it there. I got the comment box there. Then you can email it to me and or post it on your TikTok. I've been following your TikTok, John. You've been doing a great job on TikTok, so I can see it there. So can't wait to message me, DM me, and we'll see what we can do from there. And I'll reshare the picture so everybody can see it. Thank you so much for calling in, John. Let me hear you say it.
How about the Dallas Cowboys? Go DC for life.
Yes, indeed. That's my guy, John, the legend, man. I appreciate you. I can't wait to see the picture, man. That's the man right there. I got from the 409. What's on your mind, D-Shift, man? Talk to me, my dog. What's good?
Yeah, what's going on, Law? Man, yeah, I really like your take, man, on just going ahead and try to go ahead and get defense, not being trapped in on running back. And
right.
I mean, it's kind of unfortunate, you know, like I can't say I'm banging my chest for a wide receiver, but it's kind of unfortunate that this franchise is still showing patterns of, I don't know, just being stubborn and doing things in a manner in which been like, you know, that's a bad sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if it's a certain mindset, right? And it's not really seeing everything. I think they're trying to see things from like this big picture,
right?
But I think they don't understand like just the year to year, and so they just get caught up in the moment. You know, I mean, they get caught up in like just these moments and just not really just they're not trend setting anymore.
Yeah.
They're not cutting edge. They're just living off of that glory and just the hate. And I don't know. Maybe sooner or later, like the hate's gonna kind of get old. You know, it's not even gonna be fun to hate the Cowboys anymore. And then that's when Jerry and them gonna really start feeling it.
It's to that point. I think clearly that you get some people that say, "Hey, you know, man, I feel sad for the boys on how they operate and how they move," you know. And there's some people that absolutely feel that way based off of what Jerry Jones and there's been some 3-letter, 4-letter folks that lamented the same thing, that people can clearly see the issues and the problems now.
Yeah, man, and like, you know, they had a winning culture, and there was you know, people want to associate themselves with winners. Became the biggest loser, you know what I mean? But you know, next year's gonna be a test because you got this roster, and you got a lot of things to address, and you about to play. I think about 10 games. We're gonna be playing playoff teams. You're playing the AFC West and the NFC North, and then you're playing you know, our two teams twice, Washington and the Eagles.
Yep, and don't leave out the Giants, man. They could turn over and be one of those teams if they draft a quarterback. But I appreciate you, D-Shift, man. Thank you for calling in, Chief.
Have a good one, Law.
No doubt, man. Great call from him. I got MJ, then I got the 863. MJ from the 20. But before I let MJ on, you know, just to be fair to you all, the NFL have a 50 to damn near close 60% turnover, meaning that rosters turn over that much from year to year, and you just never know. Some team that look like a powerhouse one year can look like what's on the bottom of your feet the next year, and that's just how that goes from worst to first, and that's how the NFL want it to be as far as parity. But there are some teams that still rock it regardless year to year, and that's like the Kansas City Chiefs. Every year they end the fight with it, right? The Bills, they end the fight with it every year these last few years. The Ravens, they're so close every year. And the Cowboys, we were that team these last 3 or 4 seasons, but now, you know, we in the fight of it because you go as far as your starting quarterback sometimes. And then there are teams that have the expectations to do it and definitely don't do it year to year. The Jets, they thought that they were a quarterback away. they made a trade and a whole bunch of stuff to get Aaron Rodgers, and it didn't look good for them. But from the 206, MJ, you're live in the mix. Talk to me, man.
What up, Law?
Hey, man, all is well, man. Can't complain.
First thing, the Cowboys, they got to get like I said, a Michigan corner, if he's there, or the D line, the DN.
Will Johnson, or are you talking about Mason Graham now from Michigan? Or are you talking about who are you referring to?
The Penn State number 11.
Oh, okay, Abdul Carter.
Yeah. So you get him. If he had number 12, you got to draft him. And then I'm going D tackle. But I'm going to tell you something. That's Savion Williams. What's that Savion guy from TCU?
From TCU, yep.
Woo! Now I'm going to tell you something, Cowboy Nation. If that guy end up on the Cowboys, there's no excuses for Dak Prescott. And I'm going to tell you, Mingo is going to help Prescott. Flurry going to help Prescott because they're big and fast. But your offensive coordinator got to get the right offensive plays called. You can't have the same stupid routes. Give him the same routes we saw with Kellen Moore. So he didn't really do no change up. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about his play calling and having the receivers run the best routes. But that Savion Williams, woo, that boy dangerous, man. Fast, big. Man, I love that guy. So we got to get defense, though. So the halfback could come in the 3rd or 4th or 5th round. You always can get a halfback. This year they're going to get a halfback. We know that. But I'm not picking on halfback in the 1st round. Now, if they do, I ain't going to be mad, but you better get some D tackles to help pass and D ends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And linebacker. We need everything. Linebacker, corner, D end, D tackle.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. That's MJ from the 206. Yeah. Savion Williams, he'll be a raw prospect. I do love the body size, the frame. To me personally, I like Trey Harris just a little bit over Savion, but Savion have potentials to be like this unique weapon for the boys. But the Cowboys, in my opinion, still don't know how to utilize Kevontae Turpin, with Mike McCarthy, of course. So I don't understand, like, why this immediately have to go to Dak Prescott. No excuses for Dak Prescott, right? Like, come on. Like, what did he have to do with any of this, far as excuse making? I will say this, though. Who else can we depend on and lean on to win us game outside of Dak Prescott? That should be the questioning there, because if you continue to build your team and say, hey, only one person need to win us this game, because when you look at your top 10s, your top teams that's in the postseason now, I don't think that there's only one person, right? Because if you look at Travis Kelce, if you look at ain't this the wide receiver, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs? Then you got coaching. Then you have Pat Mahomes. You got a lot of things, man. I'm just showed y'all Pat Mahomes stat sheet equivalent to what Aaron Rodgers doing. So I don't know, man. At the end of the day, we got to stop thinking that it's only one player that controls the Cowboys on offense. If every year it's just the same thing, one person, because Roger Staubach had this guy, Drew Pearson, that we're going to be talking to later on. He had the doomsday defense. Can you imagine if everything was only on Roger? Troy, he had Emmett, he had Jay Novacek. It wasn't just Troy, but I guess in order for the win these days, it's only one person. They got to be end all be all, and that's crazy living that we are in right now. From the 863, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Talk to me.
Man, I literally just crossed Georgia's line, and I don't know if you can hear me all the way well. You hear me good?
Man, you about to get the Sonics, man. What's going on with you?
Yeah, I know, man. I literally just crossed the line, nigga. I don't know. My bad. Can you hear me good?
Want me to circle back? I can circle back. I got JT. I can pull up and just circle back to you. Circle back to you, man. Yeah, I don't want to Sonic, my guy. All right, JT, man, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Frenkel Firm. Talk to me, man.
What's happening, Love Nation?
What's good with you, man? Talk to me.
Hey, look here. Everybody missing the point. Everybody talking about who we should be drafting. They don't want a receiver. Y'all forgetting the McCarthy contract saga is about to end. The clock about to hit 0, and we ain't got no deal done yet. Chicago waiting patiently because they know Jerry Jones is not going to get this deal done by Tuesday. Right. We don't have no coach. Facts. We need a coach first that going to bring these egos together.
Yep.
Y'all keep forgetting. I'm like, it don't matter if we draft Genty or Abdul Carter. We don't have a coach right now.
Right. You got to get the order of operation first. Coach, you got to have philosophy in bed,
What you saying? When the Troy Aikmans and the Emmons and the Irvins, they had a Jimmy Johnson.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, Hollywood Brown, they got a Andy Reid.
Yeah.
You always got a coach behind greatness.
Yeah.
But that go back to me saying discipline. When you got discipline, you got chemistry. Why you think Kansas City can plug in a Hollywood Brown, a DeAndre Hopkins? Because they got chemistry.
Yep.
But for us, we need a head coach right now. We need a coach.
Yep. And a GM.
We ain't got no coach right now, man. I'm listening to everybody talking about who we should be drafting. We need the coach first.
And we need a defensive coordinator. Need coordinator.
That too. We need that too, because when you got defense and when you got an offensive mind, you need a defensive mind behind it to put it all together. It don't matter if we drive the Abdul Carter. If we ain't got nobody to put no defensive mind behind it, it don't mean nothing.
Yep.
It don't mean a thing. It don't mean a thing. You know I'm telling the truth, Law?
Yeah.
It don't mean a thing, baby. They gonna call me the prophet from now on because I'm calling it. Abdul Carter gonna be already gone.
Yeah. Let's go, man. Appreciate you.
Carter gonna be gone already, so we might as well just go ahead and go with best available, Genty, and leave it like that there.
No doubt,
I'm just
Prophet.
gonna be real.
Appreciate you, JT.
I'm out of here, Long.
Yeah. Well, prophesizing like that is like, hey, the sun is gonna shine tomorrow. You can book it. That's one of them type of prophets. I feel you, JT, man. Yeah, so the sun will shine tomorrow. Book it. I guarantee you, y'all. Yeah. Like Grandma and them, man. Grandma, Jesus coming back. It's been 2,000 years, man. I haven't seen him. Have you seen Jesus come back yet? Boy, we living in the end times, but Grandma and them probably right now. Yeah. Sure. Yes, indeed. Boy, I tell y'all. All right, so with that being said, I got my guy. But shout out to you, JT. We would still call you the prophet, though, But from the 863, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
All right, now, don't be talking like that about Jesus. He coming back for real now.
He coming back. If he hit a bar, you better get it right. He like a thief in the night. Boy.
California right now, man, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, you better watch out.
But to address what you said a few moments ago about it's not on one guy. Listen, guys, if y'all go back and go on YouTube, my first NFL football tape that my mom bought me is on YouTube. It's called Super Sunday. It's from the first Super Bowl all the way up until I think the Giants won their first one.
Okay.
But, it's all about Doug Williams won with the Washington Redskins. Then it cuts off. After that, of course, we know we got ours after that, right?
Right.
So if you look at there, and you will see there was not one quarterback that didn't have a running game, a good defense, or receivers that can get over and catch the ball. It took a team effort to win those Super Bowls, man.
It did.
So it shouldn't be anyone that's watching the game of football that you think that it's just one player that can win or lose a game. It takes a team effort to do that. Now, if you just make it, if one person is just, turning the ball over all the time and they turn it over like 17 times or something like that, okay, fine. But that's not the case. It takes a team to win, man. So let's get that out of our minds. But I want to say this to Cowboy Nation with this running game that we do need. If we draft Genty or whoever, what do we do with Rico Didal? I gave Law a side-by-side comparison to who we lost to who we have now. One person had 1,079 yards, and the other person had 1,079 yards. That was Tony Pollard this year for the Titans, and that was Rico Didal for us this year. Same numbers, right? So do y'all believe if Rico Didal would have been the starter from start to finish, we would have had a better record? Because he finished with 1,079. Or is it because the offensive line decided to start blocking later on in the year? What's up?
Man, you on the money with it, man. Appreciate you for calling in. And let me hear you say it, bro.
Hold on, I wasn't done with this conversation. What the hell?
That 2 minute time clock, man. But go ahead, man. You know I got to go meet with Drew. I got to meet with Uncle Drew and Uncle Irv and all of them uncles, man. I got a lot of uncles these days, man. They keep calling me. Well, yeah, old black folks, they always, what's up, nephew? Keep spitting the truth, nephew.
Big Sarge or whatever. No, it was not the Philadelphia Eagles, you dork. But anyway, what I'm saying is, man, like, yeah, some people be saying some stupid ish in there, but, you know, just saying, bro, we definitely need defense and we need offense, man. So, I mean, this team is a mess. But like old boy said, man, we do need to fix our coaching problem first before we worry about the draft. Because there's a lot going on with the Cowboys right now.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. And I can't wait to see you again, bro. And be safe on the road.
Most definitely, bro. I'm almost a bad doctor right now.
No doubt, man. Salute. That's my guy. Yeah, indeed. I had to, I got to get ready and be prepared for the day. But it's already 3 o'clock and the game's about to kick off, too. We got a lot of things we got to get going. But, the order of operation will be finding out who the coaching will be. And then also whatever move we make in the draft. And people fail to realize, man, people fail to realize that not only, let me show y'all something, man. And thank everybody, man, for y'all support, your super chats today, man. Click on the information that's in the description box. Continue to support this team, and let's continue to rock with the team of Law. Continue to support me. Your support line for the Cowboys may be faint, but your support for the nation should still be strong. The Tennessee, Cleveland, Giants, New England, Jacksonville, Vegas, Jets, Carolina, New Orleans, Chicago, San Fran. And those are the 11 teams ahead of us. But what people don't see is that some of those teams will have a different coach philosophy. And some of those draft needs that they have as a prospect here, like Shador, Cam, and Travis Hunter, and Tet, and Mason Graham, and Will Johnson, some of those things is going to be thrown off. Law, what do you mean? Because there's a thing called free agency. So, for example, if the Raiders pick up a DB in free agency, their love and their need for Will Johnson may dissipate. For Abdul Carter for the Jets, if they go get another edge rusher, their love and adulations for him may dissipate. It may change. So some of these things are going to be shaken, pressed together. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. But some of these things are going to change. So that's why it's so important to have your opinion, still do your homework. But half of this stuff is going to change by draft time. It's not going to be that order. And then there will be a team that move up into the draft that think that they are 1 or 2 players away that will trade up into those spots. So for what you can see it to them for right now, it would not be the same, Cowboy Nation. Robert Quinn, not Dan Quinn, but Robert Quinn was in an accident this weekend, and he's facing multiple charges on so many things. I want to let this record be straight with you all. And let me be real with y'all. He only played 600 some snaps with us. But to say that he's an ex-Cowboy player, let you know the news of being able to just wear that silver and blue. You see how the headlines say former Cowboy player? That's crazy. And it's just crazy because we hope all is well. You know, I just try to tell people all the time, you just never know, man, in this day in society, man, what can go wrong with anything, and you never know what people are going through. That's why I put out that statement that 82 to 83% of players become flat broke 4 years after they retire. And looking at this man's face as battered and bruised, you will forever be a Cowboy. You can play a vapor of a second here in the Cowboys, and you'll forever be a Cowboy. But we hope all is well, man, with the other sides. And I know somebody this storyline and the Lacey storyline is just crazy. But it's one of those things that, okay, he's 34, charged with leaving the scene of an accident, and property damage, just grading out to be reckless, and all of that stuff. But what I'm saying is that being a Cowboy, you'll forever be a Cowboy. You can play for a vapor a second here, and whether it's good or bad, you're going to get these things, And I would say, with that, if you had a button to press, it would be this right here.
There are times in life you wish you had a do-over. If you're in a wreck, make the smart choice right away. Frenkel and Frenkel, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
No doubt. So just call Frenkel first, man. And if you're on the other receiving end of any of these accidents, and be sure to teach a teachable lesson to never leave the scene and these sorts of things, especially cameras everywhere in these modern day time. Hope all is well with everyone, man, and you guys enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. I'm going to try to be, no one's perfect but the Lord, and we can get things going from here. Time is of the essence. Yeah, time is of the essence. Right, remind you of Mary and the Barbarian, yo. CTE is a real thing too. Players are a real thing. You in a wreck. They say when you play football, it's like thousands of wrecks. Every play is like a car wreck, basically. And your brain get to wobbling and wibbling. You just never know, man, of those things that's happened beyond football. And when you get into the modern day, everyday society, flashback moment. He probably ran into a car and they said, hey, play through the echoes of the whistle, okay. And start hitting the drive of Grand Theft Auto, You got us, the poet. There's a rewind gang. Appreciate you. Hit the rewind gang up on you. Yeah. Shout out to the notification swad all the way up. Come on with it. Give me some fire. Appreciate you. Boy, we having a great time. Boy, we gonna watch some games today. Chargers, Texans, Steelers, Ravens. And then tomorrow, we're gonna have a good slew of games to rest our eyes on. Go Packers and go Bucks. Philadelphia, I saw you, man. You didn't call in. Gina, appreciate you with the fires. That's one with the G. And shout out to Gina with the J too. Lady Jessica, appreciate everybody. They say they're a prize fighter. Even when he's down, he continues to swing. And they also say when the end comes for me, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. But if there's one thing a man should always do, it's mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring or mean makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone. Raise voices, turn hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was our robber brother, Rover brother. How about them Cowboys? we're winning right now. We have 1,000 people watching. So your dedication to the nation is tied too on the fact that if the Cowboys are winning or losing. But verily, verily, I say unto everyone that's watching, those who's witnessing this right now, the greatness as it exudes, and you guys are able to see with your natural eyes, Law Nation on his rampage. I would not forget those who stick it through with me to the finish, to the end. You would never be dismissed in my heart, soul, and sinew. And I know you got other things to do. So I really appreciate y'all. North of the border, appreciate you. Chris 214, Scott, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Angie, Jessica, and those who watch it. This is just the beginning. And when the end comes for me, like Jim Rowan did say, let it find me conquering a new mountain, not sliding down an old one. Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Damn. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Ain't that right, Alfred Red? Give me my thing. Come on with it. Yeah. Woo!
Ready?
Come on, let's run it up, baby.
Destiny arrives all the same.
Shout out to y'all. Boy, we're going to have a great time tomorrow watching these playoff games. Come on with it. Yo, and roll the credits. Yeah. The law. Come on with it. Run it.
No sleep, no
yeah.
Might crash.
Come on, Ice Wall. James, unmuted.
I wake up,
law.
Thumb down, now
come on.
No drip, this. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely.
Come on, baby.
To a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies.
Appreciate
Thought
you.
I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
Don't zone me.
I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady.
Come on with it.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy.
Can't call all lazy.
Put in my eye, was sending the invoice and they pay.
Come on, baby.
I need 6 rings like MJ.
Law Nation. Yeah.
I wake up,
yes.
Thumb down, now check. No drip, this. Tell him run it up.
Hey.
No sleep, no rest.
Come on,
might
baby.
Crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it
stretch,
up.
joy.
I wake up, thumb down, now check.
Yeah.
No drip, this. Tell him run it up. No sleep, no rest.
Come on.
Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it up. Don't make me take that trip way out to Europe.
Yeah.
I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried.
Come on.
Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain.
Come on with
I
it.
made a promise to her, swore that I would change.
Made that promise to
I'm
mama.
on the
come on.
up, bet I live up to my name.
Yeah, Law Nation.
I wake up,
hey.
thumb down, now check. No drip, this.
Smoke, come on, baby.
No sleep, no
joy. In the morning.
Stretch. Tell him run it up. I wake up,
Law.
thumb down, now check. No drip, this. Tell him run it up.
Yeah.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell him run it
Until
up.
next time, DC for life. If we offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart. But if you somehow eagle person and we offended you, you just offended. Ain't that right, Montisha?
We answered. I talk stuff. I probably.
Come on, Eagles!
Nobody. They can come closer than close. Yeah.
All right, man. One love to y'all. Appreciate y'all. One love. Let's get on up out of here. Where my theme music, my slow down theme music? Where is that, baby? And who doesn't like Law?
Nobody, baby. And who can do it like me? Who can give you what you need?
Nobody.
Who can do you all night long?
What we tell her, baby? Nobody, baby. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh. Come on with it, baby. Yeah. EA. Eagles.
Hey, bro, come on.
I can't even incorrectly spell it. That's how bad they are over there. Come on with it.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Bring me out.
Bring you in. Thank you.
Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe.
The R&B love. And you.
Don't let the street
lights hit you.
all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Come on with it.
Don't let the
Street lights hit you.
Can I be your
Player too.
I'll follow
She swallows.
wherever you go.
Come on with it.
Whatever you do, player too. Another one. I think you was the one to learn. 7 wonders all in one.
Think you come closer than close?
All in one.
You having an unnatural
Don't let the
allegiance to
street
losing.
lights
Hit you.
all alone.
Don't let them hit you.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
I be on.
I'll follow.
Come on with it, baby.
Wherever you go,
Whatever you do.
whatever you do, play it too.
Too many missed tackles. Let's go.
If a paper crane can fly,
Hate mistakes.
then forever doesn't
All
feel
I
that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly,
Oh my God.
then forever doesn't feel
Riggs.
that far.
Riggs.
So far, so far.
Let me get on up out of here.
If a
My goal is make
paper
somebody
crane
laugh.
can
Boy, y'all laughing.
fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on,
Knock the rings off.
fly on.